What makes a person choose one brand of coffee over another, and what makes that same person willingly step out of an airplane at 10,000 feet? Human behavior spans a massive spectrum. For years, the traditional role of a behaviorist has been to map the exact coordinates of those actions. It is a science of observing exactly what people do and how they navigate their daily routines. This diagram illustrates the core limitation of that field. We see a clear, measurable surface action right here, but beneath it lies a deep, complex web of unmapped root nodes. These represent the hidden psychological forces actually driving the behavior. This is the space where Beverly Cosslett built a long-standing career. As a consumer behaviorist, she spent years analyzing interpersonal dynamics and decoding the specific market choices people make. But tracking external actions eventually revealed a void in the process. Merely cataloging a consumer's choices provides excellent data, but it falls short of offering the clinical tools needed to genuinely help individuals navigate their internal struggles. That professional limitation served as a primary catalyst. It drove Beverly to transition into formal psychological and counseling studies at SACAP, seeking a rigorous understanding of the mind's foundational architecture. The corporate environment is only one testing ground. As an avid skydiver and instructor evaluator, Beverly regularly operates in a completely different physical reality. Guiding someone through a consumer market requires understanding their preferences. Guiding someone out of an aircraft requires managing raw, visceral human fear and immediate physiological stress. This line chart visualizes the body during high-stakes training. Encountering a free-fall trigger causes a severe, immediate spike in autonomic stress. As active regulation takes over, the curve flattens, smoothly returning the nervous system to baseline. Managing extreme physical fear miles above the ground highlighted a critical gap. It proved that relying on instinct isn't enough. Teaching genuine human resilience requires formal clinical frameworks. That search for a deeper framework is reflected in her physical environment. Based in Hoodspruit, Limpopo, Beverly's life is deeply embedded in the natural world. She is actively involved in local wildlife conservation initiatives, working hands-on to protect and monitor vulnerable species within the region. Effective conservation relies heavily on human cooperation. It requires active integration with local communities and regional tourism centers to build a sustainable future. We map conservation logic with this network diagram. Ecological nodes connect via Coulsing lines of influence, showing how one change ripples throughout the system. As these nodes morph to represent cognitive triggers and interpersonal dynamics, the lines remain identical. The mind is an ecosystem. Protecting natural habitats reinforced a vital lesson. Responsibly navigating and stewarding the complex ecosystem of the human mind requires the precision of formal psychological study. This brings the journey to the present day. Beverly is currently in her second term of formal psychological and counseling studies at SACAP. These academic studies provide the unifying theory that finally connects decades of diverse field experience. This animation shows 3 distinct shapes, representing consumer market analysis, extreme fear management, and conservation systems thinking. Watch as they merge perfectly into a unified, complex structure, giving her a distinct clinical advantage. The result is a philosophy built around an ecosystem of care. It looks at the total human experience, evaluating how all internal and external factors interact, rather than isolating single behavioral data points. Psychology is an active, breathing discipline. It provides the essential tools for understanding the predictable choices of daily life and for catching us during the extreme freefalls of human existence.